In this video, we'll spend a few minutes to discuss Facebook's attribution methods. So attribution refers to which campaign, ad, or ad set actually contributed to a certain sale. So we attribute the value of a given sale, conversion, or a given event to a specific ad set or campaign. And by this, we kind of try to estimate which are our most successful campaigns and which aren't. But as you already know, the fact that a certain result was attributed to a given campaign does not mean that this campaign was solely responsible for that sale. However, that's what we see in the data. And with Facebook, this is specifically distorted because Facebook are trying to count any conversion event that they can and attribute it to their campaigns. So with a little bit more experience, what you are going to encounter for sure when running Facebook campaigns alongside other campaigns, you will discover that Facebook tends to count a lot of the results. And so this is for a few reasons. First of all, we've already been through the attribution settings, and you can either decide whether it's you attribute the sales like 1 day after the click or a view, or 7 days after a click or a view, and 1 day after a view. And so you can kind of shorten or extend the attribution window of Facebook and kind of allow it to gather more results and to count more results for itself. And this is good on the one hand and bad on the other. So let's look at why it's good. First of all, it's good because the more data Facebook has about your users and the more conversion events it has, the better it becomes at advertising. So the more data your Facebook pixel has, the better the Facebook algorithms work for targeting. They display your ads to a better part of your audience, and everything works better and you make more money overall. Now, that being great, the downside is that sometimes you can be mistaken in your analysis and overvalue Facebook, which is really what Facebook wants. You want them to value every single thing that they provide from their advertising. That's why, for example, a good example of that is how they measure clicks. They measure click as not just a click that sends people to your website, but any click on the ad, like likes and any other buttons that ad may have, like play buttons and so on. So, and also the carousel clicks. And so you need to understand that in order to measure Facebook campaigns accurately, you need to have sometimes a third-party software that does your general attribution. A lot of people use Google Analytics because it's free. Some people use Yandex Metrica, some people use other tools like Adobe Analytics or others, but it's generally recommended that you do have one tool that connects all your data in one place. Of course, that would mean that you have to tag all your links with UTM tags, with the Google Analytics URL builder, and that's completely fine to use for all different kinds of advertising software. If you advertise on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, doesn't matter. You should tag all your links so that you can see the data from all your different campaigns in one place. And I just thought it's important for you to understand that Facebook does overvalue their advertising in a sense, or kind of presents it in that way. And so you should be aware of this fact. And when comparing certain campaigns to other campaigns, you should always consider that fact. Now, additionally, let's take a look for a second why that happens. The main reason is that on Facebook, we tend to run a lot of remarketing campaigns. Remarketing campaigns are great. They work very well on Facebook. And so we create a lot of these remarketing audiences, and they tend to see our ads a lot. Now, that means that our customers, our already existing customer base, is seeing a lot of these Facebook ads. Now they contribute, possibly or likely contribute to us getting more sales from our existing customer base, and that's all great and dandy. But when you do create a remarketing audience, it's pretty much everyone that's going to see your ads. So if they were going to buy anyways from you whenever they need it, and they see that these remarketing ads constantly, Facebook is going to count that revenue as revenue attributed to that ad, even though this customer knew about your website and they saw your ad on Facebook and then went to your website independently. So be careful when considering the results of Facebook remarketing campaigns, because you're pretty much showing these ads to everyone, and of course Facebook is going to count all the revenue from them. I just want you to be aware of that and consider it when analyzing your campaigns, because it becomes an important factor when you sometimes get rid of your other campaigns and you're just left with your Facebook campaigns because they are quote unquote the most successful and the best performing. But that's when you look at the Facebook data and the other data separately. If you put them all in one place, in one analytical platform, even if it's Google Analytics, then you can kind of see a more clear picture of the attribution. And again, in our course on analytics and conversion rate optimization, we will discuss the attribution problem in detail, because it's actually a problem that doesn't really have a complete solution, and we'll get to learn more about it right then. So that's everything for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.